Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
So if you just joined us, I played a clip of Beck 2 months ago, Glenn Beck, saying the government, through the Democrats, is preparing a new Oklahoma City bombing to be blamed on Glenn Beck. Well, that's the George Soros publications are saying Glenn Beck and Alex Jones for some reason, that we're going to cause a new Oklahoma City. And so then he went over all these Democratic operatives saying how they need a new Oklahoma City for Obama to play the part of a victim and a savior and reconnect with us like Bill Clinton did in 1996. He had like a 35% approval rating. They had the bombing. He had a 70% 2 days after it happened. Carried it through the election, posing as our big daddy. News to the Democrats. We're not in 1995 anymore. We've done our job of exposing the idea of people staging attacks or using attacks to take our liberties. No one can deny that they are using 9/11 to take all of our basic liberties and pointing Homeland Security at the American people. No one can deny that basic fact. So I play Beck saying the government is preparing and is getting ready to blow up another Oklahoma City and blame it on conservatives and libertarians. And you better bet your bottom dollar they are. All the signs and evidence is there. They're prepping. And then 2 months later, he gets up there, and it goes on for like 10 minutes. I'm not going to play any more of it. I'm going to put a video together today that we'll play tomorrow that has it all put together tightly so you can see the history of it. I'm going to do that with Aaron Dykes. He works up here mainly at night. We're going to work on it this evening for you tomorrow. But just look at the hypocrisy of this. Beck goes from the government is getting ready to stage a terror attack to blame it on domestic groups, and Glenn Beck specifically. And then now he's saying 9/11 truth, I told you they're dangerous because they think the government might stage terror attacks. But then that means you're dangerous, Glenn, because you're talking about groups staging attacks to blame them on you. And you're talking about dangerous ideas, that if people have ideas, they're dangerous. What are the Democrats saying? You don't like the Federal Reserve. You don't like government-run health care. You don't like all of this. You are a terrorist. So it's the same thing. And now we see the Democrats and Republicans, now that the hoax that conservatives did this is blown over, you now see them unifying to say conspiracy theorist, people that think that there's mega banks manipulating currency worldwide, which is admitted fact, and people that think government might be staging terror, they're to blame. The Democrats and Rush Limbaugh, the king of the Republicans, are now in unison on that talking point. And when you see a convergence of the left wing and the right wing of this tragedy buzzard, this tragedy vulture, you better know who they're scared of. And they're scared of 9/11 truth. They're scared of you learning about Gulf of Tonkin and Ajax and Northwoods and Gladio and NATO option and all the other staged terror attacks. They're worried that you're going to find out about government-sponsored terror, and you're going to be watching when the State Department's ordered by the CIA to get the underwear bomber on the plane on Christmas Day. You're going to be watching when it comes out that Anwar al-Awlaki, the #1 active operative in Al-Qaeda, is admitted CIA, hanging out secretly at the Pentagon with the Secretary of the Army while he's on the most wanted list. You're going to find out that they're using terror to take your liberty and freedom and to tell you to politically shut up every time something happens. You're going to shatter their paradigm and realize they are the terrorists, and they're staging the terror attacks as a pretext to set up a police state and take our freedoms. And when you realize that, and when the general public realizes that, and when that idea becomes the mainstream, which it's now becoming, their game is over. Game over for the offshore corporations that wrap themselves in the American flag and try to mesmerize everybody to go along with them, because they need the public's acquiescence. They need the public to sit down and shut up so Big Daddy government can protect us from the terrorist. Then you research and you find out Big Daddy government is the terrorist.